And I don't want you guys to think that Rogers and Pendulum is just machines either. You can kind of see off on this side, they've got racks too, and they do free weight stuff and the benches. So really it's a complete line of stuff, and their racks are also really unique. You've done a lot of work on the racks with the different adjustments and how easy it is to move around. So I just don't want people to think that all you guys do is machines.
No. If you actually go back, we had racks before we bought Pendulum and brought Pendulum on board with us. And they were good, solid racks. They were designed well. They came with 15, 18 patents that were something innovative. And when we got through the Pendulum line, we got it crafted, and we'd been with the customers, and we listened to what they needed, and we watched how they worked with the pieces. You can always get better. It's why you strength train. You can always get a new max. You can always get stronger. And so we said, you know what? It's time to go back. It's time to go back and revise it. So in the last couple of years, we went back and revised the Pendulum strength system, the rack system. And now we think it's special. So we kept the things that are good, and we kept the things that were awesome, and we're still listening. We're still developing things with coaches. We're still we're trying to craft and be innovative, which we're good at, to match the needs that are out there, just like Tyler did.
And you can customize. Like we're probably going to do some custom stuff with you guys for a specific situation, that's pretty unique. Yeah. Something else unique that you guys did is you hooked up with one of my mentors, Mike Gittleson, who was the first strength coach at the University of Michigan, and you started developing some stuff around the neck training, and you created, hands down, the best neck machine on the market. We bought one. We've got them at different high schools that we're at. Tell us a little bit about that process, because that was also a pretty cool thing that you guys did.
Yeah. So with Rogers, we're smart enough to know we're ignorant. So what that means is, it doesn't mean we're stupid by any means. We have some of the most wonderful people that work with us, and I get the chance to work with. But we understand that we don't know everything. So how do you get that? How do you get that when you don't know it? You go out and you seek masters of their craft. You seek masters of what they do, have an experience level that not only their experience level is good, but that their passion and their personal culture meshes well with the culture at Rogers. And so what we found in Mike Gittleson as a contractor, as a consultant for us, has been immense. So I'll let Mike speak for himself always, but he has a passion to help student athletes and athletes of all shapes and in all crafts, whether that be football or soccer or lacrosse or just strength training for health. And he wants to help relay information and concentrate on the ability to dissipate force through the neck muscles, and the ability to do that and strength train in a way that you can do it safely, progressively, get stronger, in a way to help protect athletes. Now, you can't eliminate trauma or injuries, and you will never say that you can, but you can do things like on a car, make the bumper a little bit softer so it can absorb force. Well, the same type of principle is what we're dealing with. And so we listened to how that movement needed to be. Tyler Hobson dived in with Mike, and they played with neck machines. And we actually were just telling a story earlier today about traveling, Mike and myself. We went out to get other customers, other coaches' experience. And we had a neck machine that had been welded together out of weird, various pieces of metal. Had a seat on it. I think it was actually upholstered, so it was plush. I mean, this was a real deal. And it had a one-of-a-kind wood cam.
Yeah.
And why the wood cam? The wood cam was because we went through a forest of trees to develop the right cam. And wood was a really easy product to work with, so we could shape it and sand it. And so Tyler, you got to imagine, is in the shop at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's shaping cams, and he's putting it on, and it's not right. And so he takes it off, throws that one away, and starts again, and does it. And so we had worked through this process and went through all these wood cams like crazy, and we finally got one that was, we thought right. We thought it was right. So we didn't touch it again. We left it on the machine, and we went and met with NFL coaches and college coaches and strength trainers and asked their opinion. What do you think? How do you feel the same thing that we feel? How do you do that? And based upon that response, we made whatever slight adjustments were needed and played with, and came back and built neck machines we're selling on the market now. So although the metal cam now is a lot stronger and durable, the wood one is really we got it done.
That's what started it. And now your neck machine is, I from what I can tell, is pretty well recognized as the neck machine out there. It's in like tons of college and professional weight rooms, and I as I get to travel around, I see it everywhere. You know, and people have it. So that's been a really cool thing too.
We're proud of that. It's but we're listening. We're still changing. We're still adjusting. I don't think we're done with that. I don't think we're done. I don't think science and the studying is starting to come around to that. Obviously, in the news a lot is the concussions, and it's showing up on the front of Better Housekeeping magazines. So it's outside the sports realm, and it's into the kitchen table. And when mom and dad are talking about what their son should or their daughter should or shouldn't be involved with, and how can they keep them safe, but yet give them the experience in the life lessons that come with battling through pressure situations that come with sports, working shoulder to shoulder with a teammate, experiencing the thrill of victory and the trouble of defeat, and understanding that you want to feel one more than the other, and so we want to continue that. That can't leave. And so we just need to find ways to be safer, whether that's in the technique that they use, or in the strength training that they use, or the rules that they use. Rogers Athletic is involved with this Sporting Goods Association that helps study the rules and talk with people in both the political and commercial arena. So it fit into our goal.
Yeah, and this is a perfect real-world example, in my opinion, of how the mastermind principle works in real life. You don't do it all by yourself, and Rogers didn't either. They knew they could do the manufacturing, but they have all parts of it, and you're going to see that in their plant. But you knew that you had to bring in Tyler, he's like an artist, and then you knew that, we need somebody else to bring in this other side. So you brought in Mike Gittleson, and then there's the engineers that you have, and the marketing people, and the people who do the design, and all these things. And you guys have done a really cool job of putting it all together. Rather than just like slopping some stuff out and saying, well, here's a new piece of equipment, you brought everybody together and have created something really special.
We and you'll see from Rogers, you get a consistent display of innovation. So it's not going to be a splurge. We're not going to come out. We're not the guy that's going to show up at a show with 27 brand new machines, right? And we can do everything for you. Because there's not, unless you spend a lot of time and you invest ridiculous amounts of energy and the length of development time, you can't do that all well. You just can't do that. So what we did is we took these 9 machines and we worked really, really hard on them. And now you're seeing a machine here and a machine there, or the racks coming now, after we take time and intensive study and dive deep. And so that's how we're doing it now. And sometimes it's in the listening, not sometimes, it's always in the listening about what the issue is, and coming back and getting the right people around the table and in the discussion, and sitting around the pizza box and talking about how you solve it. And that's what we think we do well.
Well, we really appreciate your time and appreciate you taking us on a little tour. We're gonna go check out the whole facility and tell you a little bit more about how everything works. And I think you're gonna be impressed with the breadth of everything that they do here. So appreciate it. Let's go take a walk.
All right, let's get strong.
All right.